February 2nd, a day that has hosted Super Bowls, but it has also hosted Groundhog Day races for the Z1R community. Good evening, everyone. I'm Leslie Pro, joined by K-Tap, and we've got a special set of rules tonight, K-Tap. Let's go over them.
Oh, yes. We're going to be here for quite a while because it's Groundhog's Day. And for those of you who, like me, yes, you probably are surprised a 20-something like me has seen the Groundhog's Day movie. We have a special set of rules that reflects that. Okay, so, because it's Groundhog's Day, we're having a little special shenanigans. So every 40 minutes, our runners are going to stop, reset, and restart again. So, yes. And that is going to happen, and it's going to be chaotic, and that means we're going to be backtracking galore. So I prepared tonight pretty well for this. Though we do have a bit of a mercy rule, like after 2 hours and 15 minutes, we're not going to make you reset and sit here forever and ever in an infinite Groundhog's Day cycle. But we're already off. So for those of you who want to know specific flag info...
Big money!
Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked by that big secret. We're going to be having First Quest Overworld or First Quest Dungeons. So yes, we have our normal Triforces for Ganon and stuff. We also have helpful hints. But as you all have seen, we have Start Shuffle. And we have 0 HP enemies and bosses and stuff. We also have extra candles, so yay. And I know on our coast we see here, that we're going to see momentarily, we have the wand. Oh, wait, so, sorry, random coast items, we have Shupdaw. I cannot read tonight. It's random, but we have no red ring or silver arrows forced into 9, but we also don't have dungeon, we don't have heart shuffle on. White sword is the usual 4 to 6, and mags is the usual 10 to 14. And that's all I got for you folks. So, Leslie, you wanna...
Well, what I got here is CJ just did a swordless block clip to come up with a... Was that a boomerang in 7?
Yep, I'm writing it down for once.
Sup, Diesel? We did see one on the coast, and right now we have Mako doing a hood clip.
Okay, so we have wand on the coast, I believe, and we have boomerang, banana, and 7.
A power bracelet is our white sword item. That'll take 4 to 6 hearts to grab. And because it's by a lake, there's a non-zero chance, and it's recorder blocked. Uh-oh, CJ stepped on a whammy. That's why you don't gamble, folks.
Well, you know what they say, 99% of gamblers quit before they win. I missed the door before okay. Something by a lake. White sword is... Man, just doing this on paper makes me really respect. We have our tracker, Neonade, who's being our tracker, and I'm realizing how hard this is.
It ain't easy, can confirm. Also, they're using slow text in the keeping with the old tradition of how it was way back when. What's that about a book? Armos item's a book.
Okay, now you're making me write down more things? Okay, now that I'm done writing stuff and making it legible, I can actually read. So now that I can actually watch screens now and keep an eye on chat. Okay, yeah, Opno's in level 7, and then if Opno decides to do the funny and do a block clip, then we get boomerang. But luckily for us, we have our tracker on screen that's gonna probably keep track of those locations. But that 40-minute reset that I spoke about earlier is going to be very important because not only are we exiting our save files and having to start from scratch, that means our runners are going to have to look over their trackers and see if they've been keeping track properly.
Good question. Meanwhile, Opno Point wound up doing a swordless block clip right into a stairwell that was a transport and got nothing of value.
And one thing that I did answer in chat, and I'll answer again, yes, all enemies are 0 HP, so that boomerang is going to be doing quite some heavy lifting tonight. And oh, I didn't notice, we have a level 2 on our screen. And level 8s as well.
Did not quite see where those were, but what I can tell you is CD does not have a weapon.
But CD has a key. I guess you can say that's a key point right there.
It is, but I don't think she wants to use it when you only have 2, which is fair. Probably wants to return with a weapon of some kind.
Okay, so we have a mid-secret of 27. I gotta write this. Large was 111, right?
Yep, large was 111. Yeah, I just saw that door repair message on Mako's side. That is quite fitting for this flag set, actually.
What's the door repair message?
I bet you'd like to have slow text.
That's gonna be a time sink. That's gonna add up for every 40-minute reset.
Yep. And CJ just bombed into a door repair as well, as does Opno Point.
Do we have a bomb shop price, or have I been blinking and missing things?
Nope, I haven't seen it.
And 14 small, okay. You know, I'm having to try really hard to keep my handwriting neat, and also my pencil has no eraser.
That wood sword spot is pretty bad, as you are west of First Quest 9. Oh,
yeah, that's Death Mountain. I know a lot of people put off Death Mountain until there's no possible other choice.
Absolutely not, and thanks for the raid, Rick. Happy 10 years. That's right, 10 years of Zelda 1 Randomizer.
10 long years of, crap. I was thinking of something and I forgot it.
There's level 6 for Opno.
Jeez, we're getting a lot of dungeons already found. But that's a good thing. But wait, I just realized
our runners are gonna
have to make that trek up to Death Mountain after every 40 minutes. Oh lordy. So on the bright side of this, we're gonna have a bit of Router's Relish or Router's Delight tonight.
Router's Relish sounds about right. Oh, we got a bait block, but I don't think that's required if I saw the map right.
Oh look, it's Patra and CJ's screen.
And CJ doesn't have a way of beating it right now, because you need a sword or a one. Oh, not another Patra!
Just block clip and be funny about it and don't die. Be good, got it?
CJ, so yeah, he good. He very good.
Yeah, and we found the transport staircase.
Into yet another Patra! Apparently this level 8 is the Patra Wayne family reunion.
Yeah, I think I need a shirt. I attended the Patra Wayne family reunion and all I got was this t-shirt. Or I survived.
Yep, and Link's face is on it.
Wait. I believe, yeah. Mako, I believe, just picked up the Armos item or something.
It's the book.
Yeah, right, it's the book. I wrote this down. Read! Dot done indeed. That dot done's gonna be a painful input tonight. So we're all excited because we're gonna be constantly resetting every 40 minutes, but backtracking means all the struggles and pain. At least you know where stuff is, but it's still pain to get there.
What? And speaking of pain, that that diamond staircase room with whiz robes.
Hiding in the doorway is a good strategy. It's always good to turn around and flee when you're facing an enemy that's gonna kill you real fast. Or you can just try to be fancy and try block clipping in.
I don't know if I'd try it with this enemy set. There's scrap metal in 8, so that's one of the items there. And CJ's like, no, thank you. Oh, Opno gets cut off by a blue Wizzy.
Yeah, I'm surprised he did. Well, if it wasn't the Wizzy, it was gonna be the Leg.
Level 5 now for CJ. I will say CD Improv, based off where that wood sword was found, has done a fair bit of exploring on Death Mountain.
Yeah, and also, I just realized one thing we never talked about, we have a lot of runners participating in this race.
That we do.
So, yeah, I guess with the amount of boomerangs we found, you can say this stuff is bananas. So we have some any roads taking us around the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid.
And CJ is in the transport staircase for level 5. It's a right-facing stair, and he's just gonna run to the left. Oh, hi, Big Dogger.
Take 2 and gets it. And
that's the white sword. What a find for Opnopoid. Forget going up Death Mountain if you can come up with that.
But is it going to be worth it having to clip into that room every time now, every 40 minutes?
If you're consistent at it, why not? Key part of that is if you're consistent. If you're like me and not consistent, oh, that's a hint. And Garia's by the Lost Hills. I think that's a repeat.
Lost Hills or Lost Woods? I couldn't tell.
Lost Hills. Lost Woods does exist as a location, but it actually goes by a different name in this game. This was a Throne Controllers question years ago, and I don't remember the answers to what it's called in the manual.
Man, I really do need to watch one of those. The more recent one, but unrelated to that.
I was at work that day.
Thank you, Rick. So, have we seen a bomb shop price yet?
No, it might be the rare shop at this point. Oh, there we have it. It's 9 rupees. Love to see it. Mako saw it, by the way. And CD sees level 1. All the way in the corner.
Well, level 1 is the place you want to be. 2 items guaranteed here. They may be good, they may be bad.
Level 2 at the grave.
Well, by the grave, okay. My writing paper almost flew away.
Any key in 1. CD really cashes out. And our extra heart container is in level 8.
Okay, I can write that down.
We have hints on Mako's screen. And level 3 has... Ooh, somebody called Jess Andy, as that's a red ring in 3.
Now we need a recorder and 6.
Level 1. Mako gets the hint that we already know about. Is that any key is going to allow CD to speed through these dungeons? Feat of Strength will lead to the Silver Arrow well now. The priority on that white sword item, I think it just went up dramatically because now that hints at big value. A dungeon is likely power bracelet locked.
Jeez, you're like not letting me finish
The other
writing.
item in one is the ladder. Oh, that item screwed me so bad last week.
Well,
That's
that
2 weeks in a row
means,
the ladder was there.
Well, that means it's only a matter of time that CD will
If
get that
strength
ladder.
leads to the recorder, K-Tap, you know what I'm thinking?
Do explain. I'm busy writing.
Fair enough. That is 2 feet of strength items that are locked behind dungeons. So that means we have 2 power bracelet block dungeons,
Wait,
or
what's the
level
other item
9
block?
is power bracelet locked.
Sorry,
Wait,
what?
no, that can't be right because recorder can't be in level 9 normally.
Wait, what requires the recorder's power bracelet blocked? Wait, I see a red
Recorder
ring is
and the silver.
recorder says play a melody to get the red ring. Red ring is recorder block.
I didn't even see that one. Oh, I hope that Patra doesn't have the ladder, because that would be gross. And Neonome name does bring up a point. Feat of Strength can be the Pushgrave in level 2, so that could be something. 2 could have the recorder or the silver. Either or. And there is the white sword item on Mako's screen. It is in Candle Row.
So, remind me when I missed with those hints. I got ladder in 1. Something about a recorder. Something about. I know we got power bracelet block silvers. I know I have red ring is recorder blocks, and I know we have recorder is. Okay, I'm glad I double checked. Recorder's not ladder block. Recorder is power bracelet blocked.
Which is in Candle Row. Meanwhile, CD comes up with the ladder in level 1. It is done. For now. And the bow is in level 5 based off that hint that Opno just saw, and I think this could be the room that it's in.
Thank you for telling me that. That is something I did miss. Speak of the devil and you summon it.
Yep, and CJ's about to get some hints, and that first one is... Well, he knows he doesn't have to go back to 8 unless... Well, I mean, it's CJ, gotta have heart.
Is that power bracelet block level 9 on Mako's end? Hear me out.
Excuse me.
Yeah, 9 is power bracelet block. That's another thing I gotta write now. So I guess
Speaking of Malchior, the letter found by Mako is that slow text. I mean, the door repair message is, I heard you like to have slow text.
Oh, so, you know, I guess you could say the power bracelet tonight is really pulling its weight.
Hey!
I'm glad that was good. So now we gotta wonder, we have a lot of item locations kind of figured out, but we're still gonna be missing, we're still missing the silvers, the recorder, the red candle, and then the item that shall not be named.
The way it's looking, I don't think we're gonna need that item in this one.
I feel like we've seen a majority of the dungeons by now.
I don't recall seeing level 4, so...
I said a majority, not all. That's a catch-all statement there.
Rick's got a good point. Is it worth getting secrets and going by the old man if I'm gonna lose 15 seconds each time?
And that can add up really fast. So, that means that's another decision our runners are gonna have to make each time. I hope they're marking down which secrets are what and where.
Yep, that's level 8's Triforce for Opno, but Opno is not interested at the moment.
But man, I'm realizing how hard trackers really have it, especially when having to watch 4 screens.
Well, there's level 9 on CJ's end. I did not see where that is the that is the Coast Power Bracelet spot as Mako finally gets the wood sword. Only gonna have that for about 20 minutes.
So, I bet you once runners actually... I don't know, because I remember some Opno skipped the wood sword on Death Mountain, but I bet our runners are gonna be a little not happy with the wood sword being on Death Mountain.
I know I wouldn't be happy with that wood sword location.
Well, I hope our remaining runners that aren't here with us tonight don't put off Death Mountain for too long. Because I know you like to do it. People do it a lot, and then there'll be regret. But we have a bomb upgrade tonight in 8 for 116 rupees. Let me go write that down.
Only +3, though. Not really worth it, especially with the slow text.
With the amount of writing, I probably should take a photo and upload what my notes look like after this. I may or may not be memeing in my notes.
Nothing wrong with memeing, that's for sure. And there's the heart container for Opno, and he's like, nope, I'm good.
But so far, we have seen levels 1, 2, 8, 7,
6 and 5.
5. Yeah. We haven't seen I think the only dungeon we're missing is 4. And knowing my luck, 4 is gonna pop up pretty soon just to show, hey, I'm here. But at least on the bright side for our runners, 0 HP enemies will make it somewhat of a breeze. I mean, imagine if it wasn't 0 HP enemies, we'd be here all night. And by all might, I mean for at least 2 hours and something minutes.
Yeah, for sure, because some of these enemies are nasty when they have their usual health, like Wizrobes.
Dark Nuts, Cuff Cuff, Patra, Patrites. Because our bosses are also 0 HP tonight.
There's the recorder for Mako.
Recorder...
One room above the Triforce.
Wait, so was 2 Power Bracelet blocked? Or was it the Feat of Strength thing? The level 2, Power Bracelet Strength thing that got to the recorder?
That one was at the Grave Push spot at First Quest Mag, so that one did not need the Power Bracelet. It's level 9 that needs it. So based off hints, I think it's safe to say Unless another level winds up on a power bracelet spot, which is possible, however unlikely, silvers are going to be a 9. Well, there's level 3. It is under Recorder Lake.
We knew that. Theoretically. Because we know our red ring is in there. So. Good. That means we're not going to be picking up an item I rightfully despise.
I mean,
Wait a second.
True, but then again, unfortunately, I don't think our runners are going to be memeing by burning the raft this time around because...
Yeah, that is kind of sad.
You only have so much time. I mean, if you're near the end of a 40-minute stretch, I mean, you might as well, just for the funny, but that's about it. Which, speaking of funny, during the anniversary race, Lack did bomb one of the NPCs, which I thought was funny.
My poor handwriting is going totally crazy towards the end of my list. And Exceedance picking up their red ring. Let's go! On the bright side, at least we as commentators have an idea of where all our items are before this first 40-minute cycle is up.
That's
really
going to be
good.
very helpful. Yeah, unfortunately, there's some enemies that Boomerang's just not going to be able to do anything about.
And that's what you have bombs for! Or sword! Pointy, stabby thingy!
Malkier has a point. I don't see that getting routed in second lap. CJ, Triforce out of 2. Mako using the any key to dive deeper into 1.
So, now that I have everything of importance written down, I can take a break from that. But the hint shop is going to be useful for runners if they bother to look for him. But I know helpful hints are on tonight, but hints are very extra helpful for us in the booth too.
Absolutely.
So that was up no point just buying the info and then resetting it, scamming the hint person. So I guess Link is a scam artist in a way too, but is it really count if we're just resetting? Has it happened yet? Or am I waxing on theoretical about nothing and something at all at the same time?
Then again, we are less than 13 minutes to the forced stop. Who feels good about their day 1 progress? Who wishes they had a little more time?
Well, don't you know, time eats all its children in the end.
I like that bomb up, no.
Yep. So at least our runners are using the money right now. I can see why. I'm wondering why Opna's wanting to buy all the hints and keep your... I don't know why he's keeping the money, because it's just gonna disappear in like 11 minutes, give or take. We're just gonna start this whole song and dance all over again.
Personally, I'd be scouring what I haven't seen in the overworld to see, okay, what else is out here?
What I did see was 102 meat.
There's a 53 meat in this seed as Mako comes up with the ladder. No, Malchior, the bracelet only blocks level 9. Level 2 is at the grave push spot.
Yep. That's a little bit of trickery with the hints, though. That was more of a deceptive hint than a helpful hint, I'd say. Well, not like true deceptive hint, flagged deceptive hint, but just deceptive in the way you expect it to be and it's not.
Yeah, well, I gotta bring this up, speaking of deceptive hints, air quote. There was a race years ago in the Sewing Circle community involving Skybills and a number of other folks. The old man in 9 said the silver to kill the beast lies elsewhere.
Oh,
It was found to be a bug because the silvers were indeed actually in 9. Folks were... I don't think there was anybody happy about that development.
But do you know who's not going to be happy about our current development? Our runners, because our clock is ticking down. Less than 10 minutes before we need to start all over again.
I mean, at this point, you can mark various things, such as, if in Mako's case, Goma in level 4.
Oh, wait, we found level 4. Where was it?
Deadwood's burn spot. It's north. It's 1 southwest of First Quest 7, and that hit in 5 confirmed where what was in level 3. And we need 8 Triforces to get into level 9, so it's not like it's an open 9 situation.
Nah. But we have Seeded exploring this level 5. We'll potentially dig up their bow pretty soon. So, I know that we're coming down to like 10 minutes. So what do you think our runner's gonna do first once the reset happens? Are they gonna go pick up a candle and then go blitzing? Go try for bomb drops? Then after a candle, maybe go straight for Death Mountain? Maybe go dip into one of the dungeons they've already been into? What do you think's gonna happen?
That's a good question. Runners that know that the white sword is in 6, Mako sees that and is like, no thank you. Although the only thing I'm worried about right now is this. Have we seen an arrow shop yet?
I believe we did, I just don't remember what it was.
Okay,
I
so
know we've seen
CJ
it
did
because
get
Peter
arrows,
bought
that's
it.
important. The Dig Dogger blocks the Triforce in level 5.
Well, that's...
That bit of
okay,
info is
I'm
going to
writing
allow
that
for
down.
CD to plan that out.
Now my handwriting's starting to look more like its usual messy self now. But that is good information to have, so when you're rerouting this again, you're able to know this and not have to backtrack, because that's precious, precious time. So question, if we're resetting every 40 minutes, our timers aren't gonna reset, right?
No.
My brain is a little scrambled from all this stuff. I'm remembering we have the race room for actual time stuff.
No timer resets. The actual race room timer is going to continue. For each of these runners, their next 40-minute inning starts when they select their next file.
Yeah! You can see Groundhog's Day is already getting to me. So fun fact, did you know Groundhog Day, the movie, has a musical now? That's a couple years old.
First I'm hearing of it. And a good musical is definitely enjoyable. I mean, in 7th grade I was in one, so I know how much fun they can be.
But of course. So, we know a lot of information, and that's gonna come up in my... Alright, so did I write down bomb price? Correct. Yeah.
9 rupees, you're good.
Yeah, I have it written in my corner. I have a page of everything. That's... Some of it's more legible than others. Okay, we're just gonna do a big giant W because my handwriting is absolute shit and I'm writing over what was wrong.
Oh, our handwriting goes bad from time to time. And CD's got the bow.
So, I mean, at least, so Steven has, from what I feel like, the most, well, Opno has a lot of the hints and stuff. Steven has the most item information, which I find fascinating, which is going to really help with the routing. So, wait, did Steven ever pick up the power bracelet off the white sword item, or no? Because the tracker doesn't show it.
I mean, CJ looks to have,
Not CJ,
but...
Steven. Bottom right. I'm like looking at that because I'm checking things.
We got our first restart as Mako is going for day 2.
Is that... Do you have to reset it to 40 minutes, or can you do it before the 40 minutes?
Yeah, you can do it before the 40 minutes, and Mako rather opted to flip the script and reset now. Which, I mean, I suppose you can take time to plan out as Opno finds where level 9 is.
Right, I'm not seeing anything against it in the rules, so... Okay, I'll just take it.
So Mako's plan is to start by getting the big secret.
Okay, I see.
I'm trying to decipher this live, by the way.
Okay, and I'm just seeing, in the race room, Oasis sending the message of, it's time! Dawn of the second day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I grew up playing Majora's Mask. So yeah.
You know, now I'm thinking about this, really does feel like Majora's Mask in a very different way. You know? Like similar broad strokes of the resetting, except instead of 3 days worth of gameplay, you got 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's the thing. On your first lap, you're not likely to figure out what the layout of the skull is. But I don't expect anybody to figure that out until the second pass, if anything. There's the heart container in 8.
Now that I'm leveled back up again, and I'm massive blankets, we're gonna be keeping an eye on Mako's screen, because Mako's the first of our runners to reset. So let's see where Mako's going. Well,
CJ goes down in the overworld. Opno find 3.
Yep. Just realized, can we give a shout out to Neononane? Because Neononane's gonna have a very difficult time having to wipe those Triforces and then add them back in again. He's, as our tracker, he's our eyes when we forget something, and that's quite a lot of responsibility, especially in this flag set. Constantly looking at what Triforces someone has and what doesn't have. And having to add those items that our runners reacquire all over again. And that's a 5 heart white sword item. Or, well, it is 5 because max heart. Yeah, 5. Or 4. So please make sure Neo gets lots of love. So, for those of you wondering, I feel like Seedon has... I feel like it's kind of, I'd say, kind of split, because Opno has all those hints. But Seedon has all this item information withstanding, and I'm just wondering why Seedon didn't pick up that power bracelet that last time around. Or, I mean, this time around. It hasn't reset yet, it's almost there. Oh! Thank you for pointing out. Thank you for pointing out, Leslie. We had CJ do his reset. Back to where we go. So CJ picks up a large secret and is starting to trek, and... I see something. I know... Mako gets that... Mako, yeah. Beeline for the wood sword. Okay, that's our answer there.
Meanwhile, CD and Opno are at the point of resetting, so here goes CD with the restart.
We've Opno restarting and now too. So, Leslie, what is it again?
What day is it again? Groundhog Day. But we get to use knowledge from the first lap to help us in the second lap.
Poor Neo's having to wipe everything. Oh boy. So I believe CJ picked up a candle and a secret and is trying to get some bombs to go beeline for that wood sword, I believe.
Speaking of beelining for the wood sword, I think that's what CD Improv is aiming to do here.
Oh, poor Oasis.
Yeah, Oasis, I don't blame you. Now, this is what would trip me up, having to do a bufferless screen scroll. I mean, the only time I can do a right-to-left screen scroll, apparently, is when I'm really PO'd at the game. Because I found that out last week.
So CJ grabs his wood sword and is off to the races for now. And we see Mako in level 2 and is going to pick up that recorder. And, yeah. Honestly, yeah. Chat brings up a good point. I know it's not normally something we do here. Normally runners have, but maybe like having splits, special splits for this race. And let's see where Opno is going. Is Opno, I don't see any candle pickups. I'm wondering, what's Opno doing?
Any roads.
Because we kind of need, I believe we need a bomb for that wood sword cave.
Nope. It's next to first quest 9, so no bombs needed. Maybe Opno opted for this route due to having difficulty getting screen scrolls right to left. Which is possible.
Oh, never mind. Opno is just taking a different route to the wood sword. And CJ's in level 1, just going to pick up that any key real quick. Pick up the any key in the ladder, and then he'll be in and out. Sayonara! And then, and then we have that ladder going into the wand. And that provides a ranged weapon. No
very
handy
today! Excuse me. Very handy on a seed like this, where it's 0 HP enemies. Only thing that would make this easier is if it was permanent sword beams.
I think you're asking for much. Too much. You gotta let him struggle a little bit. Don't you know struggle is important for growth?
Fair point. Fair point.
And for CJ, that was not much of a struggle to grab the ladder and the any key out of level 1. And Mako is doing something similar. Has already picked up a power booster recorder, but we'll be getting their any key and ladder momentarily. Seedon following the same footsteps here. looks like our routing is going to be very somewhat similar for now.
Oasis with the big question in chat. With the knowledge we have, is a day 2 clear probable? I'd say it's a stretch because we don't know anything about level 9.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to a day 3 because level 9 is a big variable in this equation. We don't know, 1, because we still need to get our silvers at a level 9. A couple of our runners have gotten the hint for the silvers being in 9. Well, silvers being power bracelet blocked. And some of our runners know 9 is power bracelet blocked and can put 2 and 2 together. So, yeah, 1, we need to dig those silvers out of 9. That's important. And 2, you also have to remember we have quite a bit of blocks. Like, we know our red ring. Are they going to go out of the way for items like the red ring? Which, maybe not, because the red ring is not as valuable in this seat set. In this flag set. Because I wouldn't go out of the way for the red ring, but also, all of our runners, do they have optimal paths to the Triforces and dungeons that were explored? And not all of our runners know where everything is yet. I felt C didn't have the most information.
Meanwhile, Mako may have just pulled the play of the night so far with an epic HUD clip to get over to where the wand is. He was in the HUD for like 3 to 4 screens. It was awesome.
Yep, but day 2, it's possible, but I don't think it's possible, but it's highly unlikely, because I'm not going to say it's not possible. It just depends on what route you take, how many secrets you're stopping to pick up, and do you have optimal routes to your Triforces and your items.
Yeah, like this route that Mako's on, he'll be able to one-shot this level 5, provided he knows where the bow is here.
But still, we have a lot of information. There's also the point is we have one of the things not all of our runners discovered yet is that we do have a recorder block Triforce in 5, so if our runners don't pick up their recorder in level 2 before going to level 5, problems are there.
Yep, Paul,
but I don't think that's going to be
right ordering. Welcome in, Captain. Thanks for the raid.
So, for those of you who are new here and haven't heard, it's Groundhog's Day! So every 40 minutes, our runners are going to reset, start, scratch, wipe from over, and use that knowledge from their previous day to go fast. Because you gotta go fast. But speaking of, yeah, today's Groundhog. Does everyone know what the Groundhog is, the shadow thingy? What happened this year with the Groundhog this morning?
Oh, I didn't really pay much attention. I was sleeping in, personally. Oh, more winter? Boo. But then again, I swear that prediction is made every freaking year, and some years it's just flat wrong. At least as far as I'm concerned. Now, it could be different for where somebody else lives, but
well, when I was up north. Well, a couple years ago when I was up north, not in the sunny place that I live in now, I do remember getting snow during April.
You think that's bad? People in Buffalo oftentimes get salty at nature when it snows in May. I've heard these stories.
I've never been to Buffalo. I don't know if I'll ever make it out there, but who knows? But if I do, I'm doing the Buffalo in Buffalo. But yeah, the good point that Malkler did bring up Opno most probably, from what I'm seeing, Opno forgot that the recorder was required for level 5 clear. We see CJ is just disassembling the seed, taking it apart in order right now. Well, now is going out of order.
This isn't gonna be long. The Triforce wasn't that deep into this level 8. And besides, he knows that the items here are nothing of value, even though there's the old CJ meme of, you gotta have heart.
CJ's not having heart this time around.
In this case, you gotta have speed.
It's not like we have like some glitches or rupee speed going on. Oh, hear me out. Rupee speed eventually in the future for this flag set. Am I cooking with that or not?
Opno with a Triforce, CJ with a Triforce, and Mako gets denied.
Yeah,
Speaking of denied, CD just got pushed out of a block clip by a keys.
Yeah.
Very rude video game.
So, as I was saying, how would rupee speed work with Groundhog's Day? Well, that would be kind of funny, though.
Yeah, Malchior just brought up a point. Any runner digging a dungeon blind looking for a Triforce, that could be a potential time sink.
Yeah, that is a time loss right there, especially since we know we have a recorded black Triforce that already exists.
Which Opno is gonna have to go back to level 2 for.
At this rate, I think CJ's just gonna prove me wrong and finish it in this day too. Why? Because CJ, I think, has the capabilities of doing it, just needs to get the items.
Yep, just has to do it.
Wait, someone made a pun and I didn't notice in chat and it wasn't me?
Usually when Kate taps on Cobbs, the puns flow through her, typically, but chat wound up hitting a home run with that one. Hey, we are coming up on spring training soon for baseball, so yeah, sign of spring right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, spring training is coming up.
I see, so Opno wanted the heart container that the Patra was guarding. That makes sense.
Well, you gotta have heart.
Yep. And CJ, not wanting the Triforce just yet, knows he has to get the bow out of here.
So, another thing going up is one, let's check on Mako. Because Mako reset around, what was the 35-minute timer on there for him, so 35. Yeah, he's a little under 20 minutes. So Mako is actually doing pretty well for himself. Still has 20 minutes before potential reset. I think the goal of this run for Mako is to try to get into level 9 quickly and route.
Yeah, that seems like a sound goal to have.
It's a tight time crunch, and if you know you're probably not going to make it, might as well try getting as much information or routing this level 9 and your paths to the Silvers, Ganon, and the Kidnaps than just not having that information. Because part of level 9 is that it is an information game, as well as just being the boss. But yeah, oh, thanks chat for bringing up that. I think So did CJ see a helpful hint somewhere in 7 that pointed him back to? It's gonna point him back to 5 for the bow. Oh wait, no,
Not
CJ did
quite.
get the bow. I'm blind.
Not quite. The hint is literally one room over from the bow.
Right. Is that the Silver's hint? I'm trying to remember where the Silver's hint was. Or was that in a hint shop?
That was in a hint shop, but meanwhile, we have CJ inside of First Quest 7, which oftentimes gets referenced as 33 rooms of Schadenfreude, 33 rooms of torture, etc.,
Don't you know the
etc.
saying? As one of our past many veteran retired runners said, never 7.
Until you're forced to pull something out of here. Oh, there's the compass. Great information for CJ.
Well, wasn't there a Triforce near?
Gets the bullseye on the manhandler. Nicely done.
And Seaton is deciding to go for heart. More heart.
There it is. So now all CJ needs is the Triforce out of 6 and the power bracelet, and he'll be going into level 9, while Mako just needs to get the Triforce out of level 8.
Honestly, Mako could do it if level 9 is kind. If not, I think it's CJ's race to lose.
If it's kind, CJ and possibly Mako could wrap this up on day 2. If it's not kind, we could be looking at a day 3 for everybody.
Oh, joy. That means we're gonna be here for quite a bit, so get comfy, have some snacks, have a drink, bundle up, and stay warm.
Staying warm, yes. But as for being here a while, it wouldn't be the longest that I've been in the booth for a Zelda 1 rando race. I think
No, I remember some of the 2-hour monstrosity scenes have commentated.
I commentated a monstrosity that went almost 3 hours 45 minutes in the Pentaforce tournament.
Oh, right. I remember that. When you block away those memories for certain reasons.
Yep. And I'm glad Norastra's not in chat because he'd probably be giving it to me for bringing it up. Because he was one of the runners. Anyway, we're in level 9. Mako, first one in. We're after 3 things, folks.
Has 19 minutes to work with.
19 minutes to route this out. Can he find the silvers, the kidnapped, and the beast in that time? And finish it before he has to reset?
I don't know. I said I didn't think it was going to be possible for our runners to finish day 2, yet these 2 runners I think are going to prove me wrong. I feel like life is just telling me to go suck on a lemon. Let's see.
First there is transport. Nope. Mako thinks about it. I would check this just to eliminate a pair.
And in the meantime, we have Ethan making his way over there. CJ needs his power bracelet, of course. Wait, you know this means CJ doesn't know where level 9 is. Oh wait, no, he got the power bracelet last time. I'm dumb.
There's a lot of info to take in here. Left or right?
Up or down, more likely.
I was thinking it's for the pig, which I'm listening for.
But we just passed
to the north of the room Mako is in. That is the beast.
North, you say?
Yep. Now is just looking for silvers and the kidnapped.
So CJ
Instead
picked up
finds a
potion.
Patra.
So CJ picked up a potion. That's good for emergencies. Is this the staircase we're looking for? Nope.
Not quite, but again, eliminating pairs can really help with routing if it goes to a day 3. Because sometimes you get stuff like this, where one pair leads to another.
Or you're gonna take an unfortunate death in level 9. Because no red ring right now. For either of our runners in level 9.
Then again, it's CJ, who's one of the top runners in the community, so he probably felt like he could get away with not having it.
So CJ has hit the 20-minute mark right now. As noted on the timer. But it does mean CJ has he may have entered 9 a little after Mako, but it also means he has a bit more exploration time and wiggle room for potentially clearing this seed in day 2. And Mako is playing our favorite game. Well, one of our second favorite game, with our first game being named that Ink Blot, which we're not playing tonight. Our second favorite game is Find That Bomb Hole!
I mean, it's level 9, you can get bomb holes throughout. Mako doing an up A to check back.
I just realized there's gonna be another thing. I hope our runners don't have to take the walk of shame out of 9 for bombs.
Right. It's CJ teeing off on this Patra. Takes it down. Just a transport, though.
Mako's getting a little dicey with 2 hearts, but I also have to remember CJ has an emergency potion stockpiled.
Right now, CJ's just retracing Mako's footsteps.
Yeah. Very similar routing in 9. Mako is doing something.
Marking something, probably, if I had to guess. Maybe checking to see, have I been in this room before?
In the meantime, our runners that are not in level 9 are in level 7. Oh, this is a staircase room here. Is this what we need? Nope.
No, it looked like one that had already been accessed.
Now, which way do we go now?
What Malchior said, start taking key doors.
Well, we have the any key in play, so just use it.
Yep, but Mako does not want to deal with that Patra. Probably feels that it's not necessary.
Because my brain is not matching right
danger
now.
noodles. There's the silvers. Mako's in go. In terms of...
we don't know who Zelda is yet.
Right, but Zelda could be next to Ganon for all we know.
Oh boy, Mako is really gonna be just yet in level 9 exploration, but why not take the health and reset to the start of the dungeon? You're gonna take a death here.
Denied the clock! Mako gets denied the clock as the enemies... Well, they basically cleaned his clock. Same with Opno and that man Handler.
Well, I guess I could say Mako clocked out. Huh? Oh well. But we also see CJ is getting his silvers. It's gonna be a race to the finish with this.
Oh, this is gonna be good, folks.
Strap in.
'Cause I'm pretty sure they both know where Ganon is. It's just a question of the kidnapped. Mako first to Ganon.
Alright, we have a pig to kill.
Hi, Ganon. Bye, Ganon. We got bacon.
Nice seeing you. Now, is this gonna be our princess or not?
No, not quite, but now
That's not
Mako's
it.
on the move.
Don't you mean Mako's on the prowl?
But he just got taken out by Danger Duels as CJ takes down Ganon.
Alright, oh my god, this is gonna be my. This is CJ's chance to win it all. Clinch for the victory.
I dare say that is a terrible spot for a vertical shoot room, and I will maintain that. Mako's back towards the start of the dungeon as a result of that death. Does not find a way forward. Kick the door down is what I say. That's exactly what he does.
And we have Seedin on the move to level 4.
Different hints on both sides. Meanwhile, look at this. Opno's in 9 as
Silver,
well.
yeah. I see a Silver's hint and a Ganon hint. Those hints are kind of useless for our current runners.
I mean, they might have helped Opno, but they're nowhere near him. Wait a minute. CJ found a compass. I think he has an idea of where to go. But Mako gets there first. Get your GG's in chat. Who takes the Groundhog Day race on Restream. Opno gets the silvers. Let's get the times.
And Mako finished again. Second year, first place finishing with a time of 1:05.9 seconds. And we have CJ,
who's on his way.
We'll be there pretty soon. And with that, we are joined by our second time winner of the Groundhog race, Mako. GG.
Thank you. Was that K-Tap? I don't recognize everybody's. Oh, it's K-Tap and Leslie. Gotcha.
Yep, yeah, you got it.
Yippers.
There's so many things to remember, and remembering who the trackers were was, not one of them. So, oh my gosh. I can't believe how that all fell into place on my reset. And apologize to the viewers that I didn't reset my timer. I realized that after I started, so I typed in my little notes, 10:09 is when I reset. So I still had like 12 minutes left, but on the reset. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So you two just decided to prove me wrong this cycle, saying, I don't think it's unlikely. I don't think it's going to be possible to finish it day 2. You two just proved me wrong. Okay.
I mean, let's be fair. I gambled when I reset of not knowing anything in 6, 7, and 8. And they were 3 of about the friendliest large dungeons that you could have. I was panicking, though, when I saw the Goma in 7 and the Goma in 4 because I had no wooden arrows and never found that shop. So, but it worked out.
And right now, we just had two other people finish. And third place overall, we have Thurble finish with a time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 3 seconds. And literally 2 seconds on his tail. And fourth place is Jess Andy with a time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 5 seconds.
What you're saying is this top 4 was pretty close.
Very close.
Meanwhile, Mako called out in chat, the big advantage for Mako was the early reset.
Yeah, I think about 37 minutes? I don't
35.
remember. 35? Okay. It was a gamble. I mean, I had all dungeon knowledge. You get that ladder. I mean, I went out of the way to get the wand just so I had the projectile offense. I mean, it wasn't for damage boost. I mean, they were all 0 HP, but And I got to that level 9, and I'll admit, I don't know the time difference. Looks like just over a minute, so I made the right move. I was going to run up and grab the potion ladder and get a potion just because of the Wizrobes in level 9, and then being left Lamola there at the end, I didn't know what was going on, so yeah, it was close, but I see an avatar in our group here that looks like a queen chess piece. So GG's chess jerk.
GG, Mako.
And GG's to Opno, who gets it done on day 2.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. And Opno finished in 5th place overall with a time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 56 seconds. Again, that little 3 cluster runners finished very close to each other.
Absolutely. That cluster started with Thurwolf finishing in a time of 108.03, sniping third from Jess Andy, who finished in 108.05.
So CJ, did you use the full 40, the first go round?
I used 39. I reset at 39. I wanted to find the wood sword.
Yeah, that might be a
wood sword. Wood sword was my last, because I dug the white sword out of 6 where was it? Yeah, out of 6 with just the boomerang, which I found in 7 right off the bat, and with 0 HP, that's good enough, I guess, in a way. But then I just spend the rest of the time digging for dungeons and finding where they all were, buying all the hints, and the hints were very good. I knew silvers were in 9 way before I probably could have because of the hints that I found.
Right.
So
right.
And I was able to figure out the bow was. I figured out the bow was in 5 before the old man told me the bow was in 5. So that was nice.
Oh, good deal. Yeah. I had about 240 rupees when I found the back-to-back hint shops, and I thought, oh my gosh, I just saved probably 20 minutes by finding these with money and not needing to reset. And yeah, I was pretty sure at that point, I hadn't done all the strength checks, but knowing 9 and then 2. So yeah, by process of elimination, recorder couldn't be in 9. So that was one of the hints.
Yeah, I think my big time loss was digging 8 with just a boomerang. And I got pretty far into 8 with just a boomerang, but didn't find. I got all the way to the magic boomerang in the bottom row from the top row. So my first 2 items that I found were regular boomerang and magic boomerang, and a 0 HPC, which generally isn't that bad. But if I had just left, I think I would have saved a big chunk of time.
You didn't go to 8 because we knew the Coast Heart was in there, did you? Just so you can get more.
I didn't know that until after. I didn't find that out until later.
Okay.
But knowledge is power. So
there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, seeing the any key first room in 1, pretty much eliminated the need for me to mark any keys because I had to go there first for the ladder anyway. So my second day route was wood sword to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and then save and then go 5, 6, 7, 8, and then make sure you have 6 hearts to make sure, because I have no idea how many hearts the power bracelet was, but I had 3 hearts on my path. So I did grab I heard you mention by grabbing a potion. I grabbed the potion next to the PV after that, just in case.
Oh
again,
yeah.
Like you said, Wizrobes. So, but I ended up not needing it. But yeah, I found Ganon pretty quickly in 9, but I could not find her because I didn't have a compass and didn't have the path to her. So that I killed him pretty fast, but then mumbled around, said not looking for her. And, I think I killed him and went about 5 rooms. Then you finished, and then I picked a different path. Then I picked a different path and went straight up and found her. So.
And I got real fortunate because there was there 2 or 3 diamond staircases in a row, and
3
in the dash column.
Yep.
And that threw my tracking off. I have to admit, I was frazzled. I'm like, wait, which one was I in? Which one did I go to? And I literally paused there. I'm like, I don't know where I'm at.
Just keep going up for the next time. Another diamond. Another diamond. Oh, and I laughed so hard because I bought the first set of hints and then because I just saved. And then up a retried, and then went to the next cave. Oh, it's the other hint shop. Okay, great, thank you. If I had known that would have saved a bunch of time. See, I'm also thinking about, because of slow text, because the message for the hints was so long.
It was the
It was one of the
Patra.
longest messages that
Yeah.
I believe it can be. So that was in my mind. Like, do I really want the hints? And I thought, yeah, I really want the hints. I'm willing to sacrifice the time, which ended up being probably like a minute and a half to buy the hints. And the hints did come through for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, because
absolutely.
it definitely helped me narrow down where the bow was and where the silvers were. So that helped tremendously. I was a bit confused because I had not found 2, 4, and 9 when I got the hint about feat of strength for the silvers and then feat of strength for the recorder. So I thought, okay, I'm thinking to myself, okay, recorders in 1, 2, or 4, and then silvers on the other. And then I pushed a block and found 9. I'm like, oh, right, yeah, silver's gonna be a 9 too. Yeah, okay, so that's probably true. So. Yeah, I think I had a bit of a. I was like pre-marking item because I was thinking, okay, I think I probably know where the raft is now. I got to know where the bow is now. I was checking stuff off, and then I found 9. Like, oh, okay, I got to undo all that stuff because all my guesses are now totally wrong. So yeah, it's fine. Oh,
Yeah, I was panicking.
I know that Opno can't talk right now, but GG Opno, I can see you.
Yeah, Opno sadly has a broken mic, but get your GGs to Opno if you haven't already.
For sure.
Yeah, GG.
I'm sorry, Mako, you were saying? I apologize.
No, I mean, I had panic there because I did not pull the raft out of 4. I knew it wasn't required for a dungeon, but when I saw the Gomas, I didn't know, right, what was blocking a Triforce. I was just YOLOing it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, could the Wooden Arrow Shop be on a raft check? Like, this, I would be playing till day 5 if that was the case. Like,
yeah, the Wooden Arrow Shop was actually right next to level 1.
Oh, okay. I didn't have to go in there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because when I found 1, that was my final dungeon, and so
it was literally right next door.
I didn't bomb it.
I think it was 90. It was 90 something. I think it was expensive, but obviously
I had found every take any, and big secret. Like I'm like, no, I don't need to bomb anything else. So I really got lucky in that regard. So, but these are fun. And I'm not saying it because I won. But I said this last year. We did 2 of them last year, I believe. We did one on actual Groundhog Day, and then we did one during the weekly. These are a lot of fun to do, and I encourage anybody to try these out. Really makes you think on your feet, and you use your tracker to its fullest, right? Because you're marking every key to come back to, and compasses, and things, and every secret. The small, medium, and large is just because you don't know what you're going to need throughout the game. Versus, okay, it's a small secret, I don't need to mark it. I won't, because I'm never coming back. So it's a different way to play the game, and I mean, I wouldn't want to play this every day, but it's certainly a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who has done a lot of the Router's Relish battle royales, the idea of, okay, if you had a randomizer, but you already knew where everything was, how fast can you beat the seed?
Right.
And that, I mean, as you can see, I did it in 27 minutes. But we had, during that battle royale, I mean, we had some seeds that were beatable in 15 minutes. Right. Because there was if you know already where all the key items are and know where all the resources are that you need, these seeds can be beaten pretty fast, and it's pretty crazy. It's crazy to think about the strategies. Like, do you skip the red ring? Do you pick up no hearts because the white sword is not required? How many keys do you need? And it really is a completely different way to play the randomizer.
Absolutely. Well, since I messed up on my tracker or my timer, I don't know how long it did take me to take this or do the second seed. I think 29 minutes. So I think Malk.
It said 35 for the first reset. So you probably got 29.
Yeah. So yeah, that would make sense then. That he said that the early reset got it for me, and that's checking out right now. So, but yeah, well, good deal. That was a lot of fun. Hope the viewers enjoyed something different for a change. And I see CDs in 9, getting up against the clock though at 38 minutes. So hoping.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be a reset there.
Yeah, I don't think she has silvers yet, and she's close to them, but not close enough to get to silvers and to Ganon and to Zelda all in a row.
Oh, she goes up and up, right? Up. One
She's
more
close.
up.
Yeah, again, she's close. And I think she's heard Ganon. I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
but if he doesn't know where Zelda is, then
Don't take
that's
this.
gonna be tough.
Yeah.
But again, the knowledge. So I mean, the knowledge may help for day 3.
He's going to be so close here.
I think she has red ring. Does she have red ring?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was
she
red
got
ring?
me.
How far into 3 was the red ring? Because I mean, like Opno was saying, I saw the first room Triforce. I knew red ring was in there. I'm like, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna go.
I went
was it-
around
was
to
it deep
push
in
the
3?
block, hoping it was the ring, because I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
just will speed me up. But no, the Triforce dropped, and that was it. It was a 2-room 3.
I don't think reverse C can push in 3. I think it's always a drop. I may be wrong about that, but it always seems to be a drop in 3 for some reason.
You're
I know it
We're
is
gonna
in vanilla.
discover these silvers very quickly now.
Okay, good.
And
She knows
then
where
Oh,
she knows where the silvers
no.
are. That's
Yeah.
that's the key. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she
That's
realizes
day
now.
3 for CD.
Yep. But the knowledge. She's got the knowledge.
Yep. Yeah, you're right about level 3. You know what? Well, it seemed like for a while there with tournaments, we did do vanilla dungeon, first or second quest, and all those
Mhm.
different rules for chase. But I think you're right. I don't think that reverse C pushes in 3 on vanilla dungeons. I was getting ready to push it anyway.
I definitely would have thought about it if enemies were not 0 HP. I think the red ring would have had some versatility for sure. But with 0 HP, it's a luxury you almost don't have time for, honestly.
Right. Yeah, clearly
Or if the combat, or if the combat had been just bad in general. But yeah, with 0 HP, it's tough for the combat to be so bad that it's not that. Looking at what CD's doing, I was actually considering, because I literally by process of elimination figured out where Wood's sword was. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, do I go for Wood's sword again, or do I try to get the white sword in 6? Because it was 3 rooms down from the start, but you had to go through at least 3 Wizro rooms to get there. But I got there with just a boomerang. So I don't know if I could have gotten there with nothing. I think that would have been asking too much. So, but I think I made the right. I think going for Wood Sword is the right play. I think it's just too hard to get to the white sword easily, especially when it locks everything pretty much, because you gotta have something.
Now we have reset to day 3. It is. I figured I'd mention that we had 7 total runners finish on day 2. Jay Coper took 6, an hour 12:49. Rando Runner finished in 7th, 1 hour 14 minutes 29 seconds, and it is day 3.
The final day approaches.
Dawn of the final day. Oh, there's the last heart. Oh man, I didn't know. I didn't know it was at vanilla 9. Dang. I was thinking to myself, I didn't find the 4th heart, and I didn't find the 3rd big secret. I was so close to the heart. Oh well. I have a lot of weird. I have a lot of weird unchecked spots too, like the bomb spots near start and the left side of Candle Row. I have unchecked, but beyond the power bracelet, I never checked those spots because I never had to, because I got the hint that the PB was by a lake. So I figured, okay, I'm gonna get a candle and go to the lake, and I found that, and I saw that after getting the PB hints, I was like, okay, I need to know now what is under a PB spot. So I just got the PB and then checked PB spots and never checked the rest of Candle Row. Luckily, there was nothing there, so this is an odd set of checks not to have left.
Yeah, just a couple key and meat shops, and well, I'm sure you got the heart to the right of.
I did. Yeah. I mean, I use it as a potion, but I got the heart next to start, and then I picked up hearts in 1 and 4 because they were on the way to the Triforces. Honestly, I got lucky in 7 too, because my first time through 7, I got to the boomerang and stopped, and so I had going to 7 on day 2. I had no clue where the Triforce was, and I went straight down, and luckily I luckily ran into the compass. I'm like, oh, I went the wrong way. So luckily, if I had not had the compass, I could have spent another 5 minutes probably in 7. So that would have cost me big time. And and 8. 8. I also didn't have the Triforce because I didn't clear the room because I had no weapon. Luckily, I cleared it the second time through and found the Triforce very easily.
I did a
There's a
total
lot
of
of- there's a lot of
23
luck.
rooms.
Yeah,
in
there's a lot of
6, 7,
luck
and
to be
8.
had. Yeah.
Yeah, and I gambled that I'm just gonna find tries in here. I like First Quest 8, and well, when it gives you the try 2 rooms in.
I like any dungeon that gives you a try 2 rooms in. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Just don't put a required item 30 rooms beyond it.
Well, in level 6 too, the compass was like 2 rooms in, maybe 3
Yeah,
rooms in. So
it was to the right hand side. Yeah.
yeah,
So I mean, I remember. Luckily, I marked the Triforce because I didn't go to get it until day 2. But I remembered I had got the compass on day 1.
yeah, and 7 was up and right was
Yep,
the
that's it.
Triforce. So
Yep. I still bombed the main handler. Not even think, oh, I got to bomb him, and then not from remembering as I killed him with one bomb, like, oh, I could have just stabbed him. Oh well, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I wanted the bomb drop, so yeah, it's fine.
I had a bead of sweat poured down my forehead in level 4, though. I was in every single room.
I was on half a heart going to the Guerrilla room before the Triforce. I'm like, oh, please don't die here. Please don't die here. Luckily, it was fine.
If
But
it was
I
under the Goma, I was cooked.
Oh, that's
I
true.
was absolutely
That's true.
cooked. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I would have been cooked too because I didn't. Well, I mean, I was fine. I mean, I found the Triforce on day 1, so I was fine. But I was definitely thinking that, like, oh, do I have to go get the bow first and then go to 4? Oh, no, don't do that. But luckily, that wasn't to be. But it could have been. I mean, if that had been a thing, then you do 1, 2, 3, and then go to 5, and then go back. I guess recorder back to 3 and go to 4. So it's not so bad, but still a diversion you'd rather not do when the dungeons are so. I mean, the groupings of the dungeons is crazy. Like 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all next to each other, and 5, 6, 7, 8 are all next to each other. It's really bizarre.
I did 2, 1, 5, 7, 6, and then went back to 4, 3, and 8. See, I went and got the bow before 4 in case. Oh, maybe it's the Goma, and then I realized I didn't have arrows.
Yeah. That would have been a brilliant play if you bought the arrows next to level 1.
Yeah, and my gosh, I don't know where I would have gone. I probably would have hit Death Mountain, and I don't know if that was the rare shop or not.
I only found one. Yeah, I mean, I found 1 arrow shop. I found 2 bomb shops, 2 candle shops, and 3 candle shops and 2 key shops. So yeah, the arrow shop was the rare shop. And it was next to 1. So you would have spent 5 hours digging Death Mountain and finding absolutely nothing.
Unless I looked at the tracker and said,
yeah,
hey, wait, there's a spot.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah. Well, hey, everybody, it's been a lot of fun, but it is getting near my bedtime, so thanks for everything.
I do have something to say before y'all leave us.
Oh,
We do. Oasis, our lovely, lovely Oasis, has spun the wheel for what next week's best Z1R flags are gonna be.
Dun dun dun.
And it's kind of funny because I actually mentioned this particular flag set earlier in the cast, so I saw that and I chuckled to myself. It's like the wheel knows.
You invoked the dark ritual in which the wheel chose its answer. And the next week flag set is going to be the 2018 Swiss Flags, which is also known as the Pentaforce Tournament. Also, one of the first tournaments I ever watched.
Wow.
I have fond memories of the 2018 tournament. No, I don't. I don't remember anything about it.
My ADS was in storage in Erie, so yeah, I wasn't even near streaming at that point.
I remember, okay, I do remember I had one race, I think I was racing RC Drone in the Swiss rounds, and that was the tournament where we had a ladder in 9, and the ladder blocked 3 Triforces, so you had to get 5 specific Triforces to go to 9 to get the ladder, and the ladder also blocked the bow in like level 1 or something. That was, I mean, and the path to the ladder in 9 was awful. It was, I'm pretty sure that's what that tournament was.
Yeah, if you also want to remember, CJ, if you also want to remember from me, that was when I called the marathon match of that tournament.
Or was that the 4.5 hour the match?
That was the 3 hour 45-minute match, about between Orestra and Howlin' Huffley. That was
I remember that being a seed that exists that I don't think anyone ever played again.
I think I gave that seed to Ryko Rider, and he had some things to say about it.
I'm pretty sure we can't say those things on air.
Then again, I knew it wasn't going to take Ryko Ryder that long, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Plus, for those not in the know, he's been known to roll some devilishly bad seeds in certain communities.
That's
don't
an
know,
understatement.
There's a big sport ball game that night, but hopefully we can participate.
Wait a second, what's the Super Bowl?
It
might
is,
be.
so maybe that's when we start after the game if it's close.
That would be
Possibly.
that would be a great idea, but I'm not in charge. I'm guessing.
I'm just
CJ
spitballing here.
Watching that, if I had to garner a guess.
Yes, and please call it the Superb Owl. You can't use the actual name because of licensing.
Oh, I can't say the actual name of it. Are they gonna come?
Yeah, they're
Come down
gonna
on
come
me?
to your door. Yeah, so you gotta call it the Superb Owl. That's what you need to do.
Well, good deal. Thank you, K-Tap and Leslie, for the obviously for the comms. Great job. I'm sure I'll have to watch it back. And Neo for I'm guessing was tracking.
Yes.
Yes.
And Gigi's CJ and Opno. It was a lot of fun, and we'll do it again next year. So thank you.
Always a pleasure, Mako. GG,
Yeah, you
and
bet.
GG Opno, even though you can't say it, but we know you're in chat, so.
Yeah.
And I will echo
GGs
all of
to
those
all
sentiments.
three
Yes.
of you.
Yes, thank you all very much. See you all next week. Go Eagles!
Birds!
E-A-E-L-E-S,
Eagles!
Eagles!
Go Birds!
All right, take care.
Well, I think I just declared my allegiance.
Yeah,
For next
I think
week.
we all just did, really.
I think all
Meanwhile,
of us are just
CD
tired of
rolling
the
through
team.
this in level 4.
Yeah, I think all of us are on that team, Oasis. Well, let's hope the Riots, if they win, aren't that bad in Philly this time.
Yeah. Just make
'Cause I
sure the
remember the
street lights are
last time
greased.
they
Just
went up.
make sure the poles are greased up so nobody can climb them. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Oh, I
Anyway,
remember
we
the
do have
last-
one more finisher off stream, and that would be Darkwing Duck, finishing in a time of 1 hour, 22 minutes, 58 seconds.
Probably got very quickly with that day 2 timing. Yeah, so I remember when I last watched the Eagles and the Chiefs Super Bowl. That was a fun night until the Eagles started losing in the fourth quarter, and that's when I dipped because I didn't want to deal with angry Eagles fans.
I don't blame you. Sometimes it's better to dip to save your sanity.
Well, that was fun. I remember they threw out free T-shirts and burritos, or no, it wasn't burritos, tacos. Every time they scored, which is pretty
Neo,
fun.
no name. Neo, no name. You just spoke my language.
No!
But hey, to be fair, I grew up in the Northeast, so those were really good big games. But I do have some good big games in my memory that didn't even involve the Pats because the games were that good.
I don't. You think where I live, the team
Fair enough.
as a Dolphins fan, it's a struggle.
That struggle is very, very real. For
You
sure.
have hope until your quarterback gets concussed, and then it's over. And then I get told about.
Yeah.
But then I get told about the good old days and all the perfect season stuff. So I am sorry, Oasis. My condolences.
Yep.
So I'm kind of pissed you guys didn't take away our playoff potential run.
Well, at this point, I got to the point in the season where I swear I could have literally said the Jimmy Moore quote, playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
That's how I feel some of the time. But Sweden is gonna be making quick moves through this seed this time around. Has all the information. has a path to Ganon and the Silvers. But Neo, when's it rebuilding if you're just rebuilding every year?
At that yeah, well, some rebuilds take longer than others. That's the truth of it.
That and a lot of copium, my friend.
Yep. As well as having other ways of coping, other ways of just getting by. Oh, there's the heart container in 7 for CD. Well, the Bills, they had to rebuild for a while, and even as the Patriots dynasty was winding down, the Bills, I felt, were right there. They just needed 1 or 2 more moves to happen, and sure enough.
Well, at least you're not the Browns.
I think injuries were their big problem, but yeah, happens to every team. I mean, to pivot sports real quick, I mean, that's what happened to the New Orleans Pelicans. Their big starting 5 that was projected for the season,
Pelicans.
They were never on the floor together. Injuries.
Oh, though I will say, I'm happy for the Lions and how they did. Right. I forget. Basketball. When did the Pelicans become a thing? Or am I just forgetting? Because I always forgot
Charlotte
about them.
Hornets moved, the original Charlotte Hornets, mind you, moved to New Orleans.
Well, I do like New Orleans, man. I haven't been there in forever. So Sudan's now on level 6 and only has level 6 and level 8 to go. And third time around, Sudan should have this routing just right.
Oof. Neo, I can imagine.
Man, but I do miss being in New Orleans. Well, a couple times I visited. Hoping my sister ends up in med school there, but who knows?
One Triforce to go, and now I'm wanting seafood. Now I'm wanting seafood, and it's 49 minutes to midnight on the East Coast.
Hey, I'm just saying, a po' boy would be pretty nice right about now. That or some beignets. So, my parents have tried so many years to indoctrinate me. I've attended many a crawfish boil over the years, and I still don't eat crawfish.
Now, one thing I know about seafood is that certain things are an acquired taste. First time I tried lobster meat, I didn't like it, but later on down the road, I did. So maybe time
Also,
is
you
what.
must be good. Hear me out, some catfish. Fried catfish. Oh.
I hear catfish, and I have that picture of Link's face whenever he catches a catfish at the fishing game in Twilight Princess. Those who've played it know what I'm getting at.
Sorry, I don't eat clams. I'm very particular about my seafood, unlike the rest of my folks. I still don't eat lobster either. It's more of a question of what I do eat rather than what I don't. I stick with fish.
Fair.
Hey, I like mahi. Blackened mahi. Now that's good blackened mahi Cajun food.
See, choosing to get the power bracelet now, knowing that the only thing she needs it for is level 9.
And I'm surprised. We still have quite a bit of racers who haven't finished yet. Like, I knew it was going to be tight, but who knows when the back half of this is going to end.
Potion for safety. I like the strat.
Potions are always good. I have a feeling we're going to have like a bunch of quick finishes simultaneously.
Or, yeah, finishes close to one another. I can definitely see that.
In clusters.
From here, it's just keep going up, up, and up. And you get to the silvers.
Gotta go straight. And then fast. But I think Sita still hasn't found Zelda's room yet.
Yeah, I think she ran out of time on the search for
Yeah,
for
Zelda's
all the
search.
information. Oh yeah, one random fun fact about that's football related. The only team since the Nintendo Wii was released, the New York Jets are the only team to have not been in the playoffs. That's how long it's been.
That's kind of funny though.
The meme literally just crossed my mind.
Well, maybe it's because I'm just used to the Florida-New York rivalry stuff I've grown up with. Oh, looks like CJ is playing Snake Battle and Roll.
Oh, tell me about it, Oasis. Also, hi, Ganon.
Bye, Ganon.
Not quite. And. Bye, Ganon. There's the bacon.
Meow, you're so sweet. And I'm not pointing at people who don't play. I am one of those.
Bomb hole has opened for CD. Does
Yeah,
not give her the information she's after, but it is a path.
I think she's near the room. Yeah, here it is. Or somewhere nearby.
Not quite, but it was a danger noodle room. There's the compass, and yes, it turns out to be very close. And that's a different way to get to the kidnap that we did not see on Restream. Get your GGs in chat for CD Improv, who takes it home on the Restream, 9th overall with a time of 1 hour, 42 minutes, 47 seconds.
So, we're here now, hour 44 minutes in. Or I'm just looking at the racing timer.
That you are, and we are now joined by CD Improv. GG, well done.
Thank you. Though, if I'd just taken a slightly different path the second time, Second time in no, the first time in 9. See, I don't even remember what days we're talking about now. If I had just
on
gone,
as the final day.
I know we did really good. This is good. Last year it took me like or the last time I did it took me like 4 tries. Though when I came out of 4 and I went, oh, I haven't found 9 yet. Why did I just leave that raft there? I was just telling my chat, I'm like, guys, why did I leave the raft there? Why did I just walked away from the raft?
Wrong.
I mean, we got really, really lucky, and 9 was under a power bracelet, so that was helpful. And if you're wondering why there was a weird pause at the beginning of day 2, it's because a teeny tiny spider was crawling across my monitor.
That's no fun.
Oh, I was like, wait, where did you come from? And I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna have to kill you now because you shouldn't be on my monitor. But yeah, this is actually a really friendly seed. The routing of it, if you go like. Once I was like, oh, well, 1's got this and this, and then 2 had that and that. And I was like, well, I'm just going to check 3 and see what 3's got, and then a red ring. And I'm like, oh, well, all right, this is great.
Yeah, and with levels like 1 through 4 clustered in each other, and 5 through 8 were also clustered in each other, it kind of works out.
Yeah, it really did, though. By the time I got to the 3rd day, I'm just going, all right, my brain is not working. At one point, the commentary on my stream turned into ah-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Because I'm just like, wait, no, I'm going the wrong way. And I love the floating dumpster fire gif that is in the Speed Gaming 2 general chat. Leslie, that is amazing.
To be fair, I posted that to describe last week's weekly seed.
Oh, yeah, what was last week was Swordless, wasn't it?
No, last week was Hopla, and it was a disaster.
Yeah. And then it was
dumpster fire that was on fire and never ending.
Yeah, this is beautiful. But yeah, I'm really sorry you guys had to hang out. I did tell them in the race room not to wait for me.
We will wait for you.
Because it takes me forever to finish, and most of the time I'm talking with Chad about cookies, and why did I just leave that raft behind, and board games, and, you know, all sorts of things that have nothing to do with Zelda. So, but I do appreciate it.
For you.
I appreciate it, K-Tap. But I want to thank both you and Leslie for doing comms, and Neon for doing tracking. And then I'm going to go to bed because I have to spend the day at the DMV tomorrow.
Yeah, boy, that's a challenge in itself.
Early tomorrow?
Yeah.
How early?
Yeah, I gotta go to the... Well, so when I moved to the state I moved to a couple of years ago, they copied my license, but I didn't realize in this state they reverse it. So when I went to do all the paperwork for the car I just bought on Thursday...
Yeah,
it caused some slight problems.
That's no good. Good luck with that. The DMV can be pleasant,
well,
but
I do actually, since I live in a highly populated area, I am driving several hours to get to an appointment at the DMV, because otherwise, if I stayed where I live, it would have been like nearly 3 months.
Gross. Who has that kind of time?
This was a great day. We had the anniversary seed earlier today, the anniversary race.
That we did.
We got to try out some new flags in the randomizer, and then we got to follow it up with Groundhog's Day actually on Groundhog's Day. So that's pretty cool. I mean, most years Groundhog's Day falls in the middle of the week, so we're either trying to do it the week before, the week after, or on the day of as like an unofficial thing. So it is really, really cool that we actually got to do the Groundhog's Day race on Groundhog's Day this year.
Yeah, I love how that worked out.
Yeah, so maybe leap years come in handy. But yeah, and a big thanks to Rick for getting everything taken care of way in advance, because this is a very busy time of year. So it was super awesome to have the flags, the rules, and everything else set up ahead of time. And, you know, thank you, of course, to you guys for doing comms, Neon for tracking, Oasis for being super awesome and wonderful as always. And I will get out of your hair and catch you all later.
Alrighty.
GG, CD.
Thank you
Catch
very
you
much.
next time.
All right. So we also, in the meantime, while we've been quickly chatting, we've had 10th, 11th, and 12th place finishers. In 10th place, we got Brewers fan JP with a time of 1:45.18. In 11th place, we have Stags with a finishing time of 1:47.01. And in 12th place, we have Dr. J with a time of 1:48.57. And
it's just
right as I'm
in.
thinking, we have King Doll in 13th place with a time of 1:49.48.
GG's to all the runners tonight. This is definitely not our typical flag set. So it's fun to see how it plays out when we do pull this out.
Alrighty. So let's get to a little housekeeping. So first, thank you, Rick, for organizing all this and getting everything set up ahead of time, because as CD said, it is a very busy time of year, and getting this many people in this place at this time is hard. And even though we do it every week. Second, thank you, Nia, for being our tracker tonight, because tracking's usually a lot of work, but with this flag set especially, it was extra work on top of it, of having to constantly keep track of that Triforce count, erasing items from each of our runners' stuff, and then having to add everything back in. It's a lot of work. You did so much tonight, and I can't thank you enough as I thanked you earlier. I will continue thanking you, because you are our unsung hero. Leslie, thank you for joining me tonight.
This was a lot of fun. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry there. I went to say something, I had to cough.
No worries.
Commentary is always a lot of fun. Always lots of laughs. Always some jokes. Some that make Jack cringe, I might add. But that's part of the fun of dropping puns.
Yeah. So, and also, last but not least, thank you, Sweet Gaming, for allowing us to have some space here, or definitely a good amount of time, so we're able to see all of our runners finish. And with that, I am KTAP4321. This was the Z1R annual Groundhog's Day race, and we'll see you next week, hopefully. So maybe some magic will work, and maybe we'll have the Super Bowl race a little later. Who knows? Keep an eye out on the Discord for stuff. And also keep an eye out on the schedule for stuff, too. And I'll see y'all in the future.
Yep, and until next time, stay kind, stay safe, and we'll see you next week. Good night, everybody. Take care.